Okay guys, well the secret by now is out of the bag. This is my brand new 2026 Honda Goldwing. Unless you're one of my members, maybe you haven't seen it yet. My YouTube members got first shot at information about this new bike. And if you want information on how to become a YouTube member, there's a link down under the video called Join Now. It'll tell you all about it. I flew into Chattanooga, went to Southern Honda Powersports, and I picked up this brand new 2026 Metallic Black. It is not an airbag model. I was actually supposed to trade my 2024 Goldwing for this bike during Goldwings and Glizzies. I didn't tell anybody about it other than a few close friends. There was a little mix-up at Southern Honda. They sold a ton of bikes during that event. The bike that they had held for me, they accidentally sold to someone else, and it took them a week or two to get some new bikes in, and so I went ahead and flew out. As many people do across the country, they fly into Southern Honda and then they ride the bike home. I'll give you all the details once I get back home. I'm going to do a thorough review of the bike. I'm going to compare it to my 2024. So for those of you that maybe have a 2018 to 2024, maybe you're thinking about moving up to a 2025 or 2026, because the 25s and the 26s are basically identical other than colors. They didn't change anything else. So anyway, I'm going to get on the bike. We're going to head back to Dallas-Fort Worth. I've got about a 6-hour ride today because I'm taking the back roads. I'm not going on the interstate. I did the interstate yesterday. I rode for 9 hours yesterday coming from Chattanooga here to Little Rock, and the traffic was insane. I'm not doing that again. Can't handle the traffic with the semis and the interstate, and it's not fun. Oh, and by the way, I'll be doing a series of videos where I'll be installing accessories on this bike. Once I get home, I'll be installing the Pathfinder LED isolation block, as well as cowl lights, the spoiler, several other things from Pathfinder LED. One of the first things I'm going to put on is the bullet brake. I did have Southern Honda install the traction engine guard. I'm not going to ride a bike without the traction engine guard, so that's one of the first things I had them do. Well, let's go. Now, as you would expect, the bike is just as comfortable as you would, as any Honda Goldwing. It looks like we might be coming into a little fog up here. Not sure if it's already lifted or not. I hope so. I hate riding in fog. Right now it looks like it's a pretty light fog. I hope it remains, and it does look like it's lifting.
So as I'm enjoying this beautiful day riding Arkansas on these back roads, I know many of you are going to ask, why would I trade a perfectly good 2024 Honda Goldwing with relatively low miles for a 2026 Goldwing. Basically the same motorcycle, just a different color. Well, there are some rational business reasons that I did this, and there's also some emotional reasons I did this. And I'll try to explain that as you get to enjoy some of these back roads, these scenic roads with me. Let me try to explain the more rational business reasoning behind this. Most of you probably know that I have produced Goldwing maintenance videos over the last several years. And when Honda does make changes to the Honda Goldwing, it's pretty much imperative that I have the latest Goldwing so that I can update my videos to match what Honda has changed with these models. While the 2025 and 2026 Goldwing is essentially the same motorcycle as the 2024, there were a few minor changes, mostly to the electronics and the lack of navigation and the radio and how it works and functions, the Bluetooth capabilities. There's now wireless CarPlay. So these are some minor changes. There are some other things that are a little less obvious, but as I work on this motorcycle and ride it, I become more aware of what some of these changes are. I needed the newest, latest, greatest Goldwing just so I could make videos and explain to those of you that have the newer model what those differences are. So that is the more logical, rational, business-oriented part of the decision, but that's not the only reason I decided to move up to the 2026. Of course, there's a less rational, less business-oriented, more of a personal, emotional reason that I decided to go ahead and trade for this 2026 Goldwing. Many of you, if you follow this channel, you're already aware that this past year, back in January, I lost my best friend of 60 years. He and I were roughly the same age. And I think you get to an age where you realize you don't want to put things off. If there's things you want to do, things you want to experience, you'd better do it because you may not have. Time is not on your side. Time is not your friend. I had the ability to do this. It's something I just decided I wanted to do. I didn't want to put off. And I would encourage any of you, if you have the ability to do something that you really want to do, don't put things off if you want to do it. You may not have the opportunity. I like also having the latest and greatest of everything, whether it's a computer or a phone or a camera or whatever equipment I own. I always like having the latest and the greatest. So the bottom line is I now have a 2026 Honda Goldwing. You might be wondering, if I flew to Chattanooga to pick the bike up and ride it home, what's going to happen with my 2024 Goldwing? And it's still at home in my garage, and I did a deal with Southern Honda where they have agreed to come pick up that bike. They do make a regular run to the Dallas-Fort Worth area with a trailer, and they come out to pick up trikes and move bikes back and forth. So they're going to bring their trailer out and they're going to pick up my 2024. We've already done all the paperwork. I've signed the title over to them, and it's just a matter of whenever they get out here to pick up the bike. I told them I could keep it in my garage until they get out here, and that's how that part of the deal is getting done. Southern Honda was very easy to work with. I worked a lot with Sammy. Some of you may know him as Big Ham. And they do have a program for people who live outside of their area to fly into Chattanooga. And I had Sammy record a short video to kind of explain how that works. Hey everybody, Cruiseman here. Got a special message for you. I'm at Southern Honda. I flew out here today, 800 and some miles, and I'm riding home on a brand new 2026 Goldwing, and I'm here with Big Ham. You've seen him on the internet.
Hey guys,
And
how are y'all?
I'm going to let him tell you about this program they've got. If you're from out of town, you want to save some money and get a good deal on a Goldwing, he's going to tell you all about it. So I'm going to shut up and let him talk.
Perfect. So we got a travel assistance program for everybody that wants to come buy a Goldwing from Southern Honda Powersports. How that works is you've got two options. You can either fly in, we'll pick you up from the airport. The Chattanooga airport is where we'll pick you up from. You can, we will pay for a complimentary stay at a hotel for you. Or if you decide to drive because you want a trailer or whatnot, then it's 60 cents per mile on 25 and prior Goldwings. Call us today. We would love to walk you through the process, and we'd love to meet you. So give us a call.
Okay, after that plug for Southern Honda, I think it's important that I mention that Southern Honda did not pay me to make this video. I don't get any commission if you buy a motorcycle at Southern Honda. I don't benefit financially from that, so I just wanted to give them the opportunity to let you know about their program. That said, if you do purchase a Honda Goldwing from Southern Honda Powersports, you do get a $50 discount off my Honda Goldwing maintenance videos. When you go to fill out all your paperwork with Jordan at Southern Honda Powersports, just ask her for the coupon for the $50 discount. If you bought a Goldwing at Southern Honda and you did not get the coupon, just email me and I'll make sure you get that discount code so that you save that money. Okay, I just crossed the Texas border, so that's my clue to ask you, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help my YouTube rankings. Thanks for joining me today. Keep an eye out for more videos about this brand new 2026 Honda Goldwing. And until my next video, remember what I always say, ride often, but ride safe.